What's going on this Tuesday? It's Frank, House of Orange, coming at you. Got a Tennessee portal update coming here over the next few minutes, and we'll talk big commit last night, which I was not able to get to then. Some visits, potential visits coming up, some returns announced, some more departures, and then we'll kind of recap Josh Elander's offseason up till this point. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, though. We get in this thing. First thing is first on it last night. Of course, it was announced that Brody Trosclair, left-handed pitcher from Northwestern State, has committed to Tennessee. It was a big pickup for Tennessee. Went 5-1, 1.89 ERA this past season. 38 innings, 55 strikeouts. Only walked 11 batters in that. Obviously, if you're doing the math, that's a 5-to-1 ratio. On it, opponents hit 222 against him, and he was named the Southland Conference Freshman of the Year. He was first team all-conference as well. Now, he did suffer a season-ending injury in April. If I'm reading this wrong, then I apologize on it, but I think based on what I've seen, maybe it was like an internal brace. Could be wrong on that again, but I'm thinking that's what I read on it. Seems similar to what A.J. Russell had a couple years ago, so that should not keep him out a significant amount of time. And again, I need to check back on it. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw on it. So you probably won't see him pitching any this summer, but obviously Tennessee's not going to go out and get him if there were concerns in that regard. Tennessee, it was thought, I think a lot of people thought LSU on that one, but Tennessee gets him in, and Josh Elander closes the deal with it as well. It's a big-time pickup. Tennessee's considered one of the top pitchers in the portal. He is not draft eligible until 2028, so Tennessee would get 2 years of him. And based on what I've seen, the fastball rides 91, 93, but his big pitch, and it says he throws it about 60% of the time, is his slider. And apparently it's I think I've seen it's got spin or RPM of 3,000 that I saw on it, depending on if you're into the metrics and stuff. But that's pretty elite what he's doing with that slider. And, I got to think the guy's going to get a chance to start. I mean, you got Cam Appenzell, you got Landon Mack, who've announced returns that they'll be back. And, what's going on here is just you're building pitching depth. That's kind of you're getting the best that you can on it. We've not heard a lot of names at this point, but that's, two big pickups this week of Braden Kersey, two-way guy from Mercer, who's going to hit. He's going to pitch. Now you add Trosclair to it as well. Where else are we at in terms of visits? You got Hanoyan from Air Force who's visited, and everything I've seen said it's gone pretty well. Other teams will be after him as well based on his OPP, his hitting. Look at it also that they had Jake Souders from Samford. He has committed to Mississippi State, though, so he is off the board. Other potential visits I've not seen a lot, but an interesting name that's popped up. We saw him some earlier this year when Tennessee played Kent State with Sawyer Solitaria. He was a preseason Golden Spikes candidate this year. He's considered a top name for the draft next year. And, I've not seen anything concrete as far as a visit goes with it. But did see Mike Wilson of allquest.com. He did mention him and said that, the name is out there. Thinks that Tennessee and him have talked at this point. So, I'm going to find the note here. I'm obviously not going to share it, but I'll kind of sum it up here a little bit. Says he thinks there has been contact between Tennessee and Solitaria. Not sure where things are at, but definitely discussions. And, LSU's been mentioned here as well. Thinks they'll definitely get involved. That would be a big one for Tennessee because you're looking at now if you're outfield. We had yesterday it was announced Nate Eisfelder is heading to the portal. And that was a guy I had penciled in to start next season. But it kind of tells me that maybe nothing was guaranteed there. I don't think that's a guy Tennessee wanted to lose, but I believe Josh Elander and Tennessee's pretty open. They're going out to hit the portal to try to get some guys in. And, so that's a departure. I'll get into more the departures here as well, but also you have, what's the outfield going to look like? We've still not heard anything on Blaine Brown yet. I've seen it speculate he will be back, but I mean, you never know up until something's announced on that. We have had a couple more announcements, guys return. It was confirmed a couple nights ago. Levi Clark is definitely back. Tyler Myatt confirmed last night he is back as well. I got to think, obviously, Levi Clark will be a big part of it. I got to think Myatt will take, I think, a year like he had where he did some good things. He got some experience. I got to think he comes back ready to roll next year and could be a big part of the lineup. Again, waiting to see what happens with Blaine Brown. I got to think he's back, but, in this case, though, you never know until it actually happens. So that's where we're at now. Solitary would be a big pickup. If Tennessee could get Hanoyan, that would be one of your middle infield positions. And, that's kind of Tennessee's going for high OBP guys. Hanoyan's very high. Solitaria, based on what I'm looking at on his stats, was 408 this year. He had, I lost it. 16 home runs, 47 RBIs this year as well. Had a 294 batting average. He would be big in that lineup. He is a right-hander as well. He's a big dude, listed at 6'5", 225. And, I still think Tennessee needs a shortstop. Could Myatt play third base? Could he play the outfield? I think it's interesting. I think he can come in and get a part of that lineup. I'm curious to see if Myatt goes off and plays this summer as well. I would assume that he will on it. But, guys have stayed behind before also. So there's kind of your returns. Now, we did have one return that had been previously announced, and now it's reversed. Nick Abraham did announce he is going in the portal. And based on what I've seen, it was more, I think he liked Josh Reynolds pretty well, and maybe, based on what I've read, that maybe that was part of it. So now Tennessee's up to 16 in the portal who have left: Ethan Moore, Ariel Antigua, Chris Newstrom, Braden Krenzel, Finley Bates, Hunter High, Evan Hankins, Cash Williams, Jay Abernathy, Hudson Chance, Ari Bethea, Taylor Tracy, Manny Marin, Nate Eisfelder, Nick Abraham, and freshman Sawyer Deering did hit the portal today as well. There's 16. Could there be more? There's some I'm interested to see what they do. So Tennessee, you got to think they're going to bring in at least 10, if not more guys, because you're pretty set at catcher with Grenlinger, with Clark, with Stone Lawless coming back. You need middle infield help. Myatt possibly at third base, could see there. Myatt possibly in the outfield as well. So they're going to get bats. They're going for contact OBP guys as well. Because if you look at OBP last year, I was curious, pulled it up. You only had 3 guys over 400. And I'm noticing all these guys are targeted hitting-wise are over 400 OBP guys. Garrett Wright was 439, Grenlinger 414, Reese Chapman 419. As far as your regular guys, everybody else was under 400 on the year. So Tennessee's wanting guys who can get on base, guys who can put the ball in play. That's pretty obvious. And I think now that you've added Kersey, you've added Trosclair, in addition, to the other guys who've announced that they're coming back, Cam Appenzeller, Landon Mack, Will Haas, Chandler Day. I'm forgetting somebody, another lefty that's coming back as well off the top of my head. But I think it's been a good offseason for Josh Elander as far as retention goes. Now, I'm not saying you want to lose everybody that's in the portal. I definitely don't think you want to lose Jay Abernathy. I'm not so sure if they wanted to lose Krenzel or not based on his talent. I don't think you would have wanted to lose Taylor Tracy, Nate Eisfelder, just to name a few. Maybe there's more as well. But then you're Josh Elander. Maybe, the biggest part was you let go Josh Reynolds. You bring in Austin Knight from East Carolina. I think it's a win-win. That's a big situation there. It was a big-time hire. He had a plan. He went out and made it happen. Good things are happening. I think Josh Elander's doing some good things in the offseason, doing a pretty good job closing. Hopefully he can close on Hanoian here as well. But, any other updates? I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed on this. You got to feel pretty good. I think the direction things are going. And Tennessee, I feel strongly there's plenty of good players still in the portal that they will go out and make things happen there. But again, I'll let you know anything else comes up, and we'll go from there. But this is Frank, House of Orange, and I will see you when I see you.